Introduction. I'm always striving to do my best, reaching and climbing above all the rest. Up, up, and away I go, helpful and hopeful to all that I know. And once I reach that shining star, I'll reach down and pull you up wherever you are. Christine Michelle. This book is my true story as I have lived it. There's graphic content within these pages. I wrote my story raw because it's the truth that sets us free. Of course, I haven't written every single detail, and I haven't included every single person either. But I did write the things that are heavy in my heart and the circumstances and people that have led me to the person I am today. I'm not sure what impact my story will have on the general public, the religious community, the gay community, or you. But my prayer is that this book and its contents have a positive and lasting influence in everyone's life that reads it. There were many times I would be writing the things I was so desperately trying to forget. I had to deliberately rehash these feelings in order to document them for you to read. Once they surfaced, it was virtually impossible to put those terrible memories away. Sometimes my past would affect my here and now. It was like living in both the past and the present all the same time. There were also times that I thought I would never be able to finish this book because I either ran out of money, patience, or relocated my residence, or be drunk out of my mind. But I did finish. It took me 10 years to complete. There were times that I would fly through the chapters with confidence and inner strength. But as a pendulum, there would also be times of doubt and insecurity in myself and whether or not I could even accomplish writing my life story in its entirety. I was constantly second-guessing whether or not I should even write it to begin with, because I was so afraid of what people were going to think of me once I reveal who I really am and the life I've led. I am no saint. I'm a lesbian, a stripper, a former drug addict, a delinquent, a runaway, and an alcoholic. I also wrote the tragic details of my life. Rape, alcoholism, stripping, prostitution, suicide, disease, and in the midst of all these things, prayer. I know in my heart I had to write my story. Who would possibly benefit from what I have to say? Anyone who could identify with the circumstances and all who feel alone in this crazy world. Those of us who have lost faith and even felt like God has abandoned us. I don't preach in my book. This book is not religious. This book merely contains the story of my life. I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know this: there is a God, and even though I was thrown away by my parents and lived less than a perfect life, doing things that a girl shouldn't have to do, God still loved me. And he loves everyone no matter what. I do love God, always have, always will, even though there were times I felt he abandoned me. I was angry with him. For years, I lost faith in him, screamed at him while wondering what the hell was he doing up there while my whole world was falling apart. I realize now that if God didn't care about me, I would have languished in the streets without anyone to care about my ending. I would have just ended up a statistic, a number on a body bag. But God pulled me through the cracks of my broken life. He loves us all, whether other people love us or not. I cried almost all the way through this book, documenting every tear. I wrote this book out of love for all of those lost children who had to face life alone, as I did. Those of us that had to grow up without parents. Those of us that have had to live on the streets or have sex with people we didn't know in order to survive. I was brought up in a violent household. Then I was locked up and things just got worse from there. That was until I got my life together. I stopped drinking with the help of Alcoholics Anonymous. I took control of my life and my health, eating right, exercising. I went back to school. I learned to love myself, put myself first. There is always hope if we never give up.